Look, there's even a hidden storage area down here that I'm gonna break.
What would you put in there?
Right here. Like fireworks, maybe? Firecrackers?
Okay.
Or some sexual prophylactics.
So do you really think
Yes.
a guy could take his wife and say, honey, we're not getting the Land Rover, we're not getting the G-Wagon, but take a look at this.
Welcome to April's Garage, the greatest, smartest automotive channel in all of YouTube. And of course, recently we talked about the Women's Car of the Year, which, why do they need a Women's Car of the Year? It's kind of weird, but they chose an electric Kia, and you know what? I'm going with this 2024 Santa Fe. I think this should be the Women's Car of the Year.
It's a cool car, I'll give you that. But is it really going to cure women of their affliction with Range Rovers and Mercedes G-Wagons?
I love how you say cure women, like we have some condition there, something wrong with us.
Well, I'm a big fan of Land Rovers and G-Wagons, but in the last year I had to junk a 12-year-old Land Rover because of too many issues. It was over $100,000 new, barely 100,000 miles on it, and it was mechanically totaled. The G-Wagon that we have, G55 AMG, needs an engine.
Right.
They're pains in the butt to own. Yes, they have a lot of off-road utility and they look very cool, but for whatever reason, women are attracted to those cars even though they have no intention of ever taking them off-road, ever using them as intended. They're just status symbols.
Say that. We take them off-road and we can do fun stuff with them. I will say, because there's naders coming through Kansas and all the crazy people that are chasing these tornadoes, they're all men that are chasing them. So I guess guys are more risky and they go off-road a little bit more, but women drive off-road too.
But April, most people don't use them at all as intended, especially women. When you were selling your house in Chicago, all the realtors came by. They all came by in Land Rover Sports because that's the car to have, even though they're never going to take them off-road. And then we just talked about how Land Rover is the most expensive car to maintain for 10 years. On average, according to Consumer Reports, almost $20,000 in 10 years to own that car, not just in depreciation, we're talking about maintenance. So the depreciation is insane as well. Now take this Hyundai, for example. It is very expensive for a Hyundai Santa Fe. And when the Santa Fe first came out, it was hideous.
It was hideous. Really, really bad.
Terrible car, not just the looks, but terrible. And it's hard to believe, here we are 20 years later, and the Hyundai Santa Fe is really a Land Rover or a Mercedes G-Wagon contender, like a viable competitor, not in off-roadness, because it doesn't matter. This is a front-wheel drive car, no off-road utility whatsoever, but in the tech and the way this thing feels, the comfort level, I'm in love.
Well, and the way, wait, you actually said that?
Yes.
That you're in love with this car?
Absolutely.
This is incredible. I mean, I do love the way it looks, but I feel like they copied Hummer a little bit with the H.
They copied everybody.
The headlights, but the boxy look of it. I love that it doesn't have kind of a flat look. This is a gloss here, and just this beautiful matte finish on the brown, what, earthly brass brown, I think it's called?
Brass brown, earthy brass metallic, I believe is what it's called. But yeah, let's start her up.
It's like already looks like dirt, so it's never going to get dirty.
Right. Yeah, they're copying a little bit of everybody, April, with this thing, but they're doing a really fine job of it. It's like the greatest hits album when it comes to luxury cars, and that's why I think I'm in love. But yeah, I can even take this thing for a walk like it's my little puppy. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah, come here. Come on, honey. Come here.
And it follows you?
Come on, little girl. You can do it. Come on.
She's not sure. She doesn't trust you yet.
Come on. Yes. Oh, good puppy. Good puppy. Let's see if it'll crash and eject. Nope, it's slowing down. Still going. No. Okay. And now back it on back. Now I'm actually risking the Hyundai's backup system to not slam into the Maybach. I think I trust it.
It just stops on its own?
Yeah, well, it'll stop if it thinks it's going to hit something, but also on the fob here. So, yeah, you have this party trick.
That's cool, but I think it's cool for a really tight parking space.
That's what it's for, but really it's just a party trick.
But if you're in a parking garage, sometimes you can't even get the door open because there's the wall there.
Get out of the way. It wants to move up again.
Oh, sorry.
I'll move it up one more time.
Oh, you just open the back.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, no. Shall we start the tour?
Yeah.
But before we continue this video, thanks to Auto Tempest for sponsoring Good Morning YouTube and this video. And they are a great place to search for a used car as they combine all the major listing sites into one search. So if you're looking for a new Hyundai Santa Fe and you're wanting it in this color, as their earth bronze matte, well, you want to cast a wide net and find the best deal, and Auto Tempest is the best place to do it, to see them for sale. So if you know somebody shopping for a new or used car, Auto Tempest is definitely the place to go. So check them out. They are linked below. And give them an extra look since they are sponsoring this channel and so many other car YouTubers. They're a big deal. So thank you so much. Now back to the video. So April already pointed out that it is a copycat in many ways. From its side profile, it is a Land Rover Defender for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. The nose, you were talking about the H's, sort of like it's a Hummer. I don't know about that, but I guess I kind of see it.
You got the H right here.
Yes.
Coming across, and then sort of a light bar like Hummer has up front. I'm sure it blinks when you walk up to there.
Well, it's reflective, but the cool part is sort of the active arrow here. So when you start it up, it should open up these vents. Let's see. Yep.
Stop it. What?
Feed more air into the radiators and such.
Stop it. That is so cool.
Yeah, it's a little transformer.
It looks like some James Bond, like where some guns are going to come out and be like.
Absolutely. So the fact that they're doing a matte finish and in brown shows that they're really trying to be stylish. How do you feel about poo-colored Hyundai?
I wouldn't call it poo-colored. It's like already rust, so that's a good thing if you're from the Midwest, perhaps. But it's just like it's never going to look dirty, which is cool.
That is true. The wheels, dark, but I think a pretty pattern on the wheels and all the cladding being black, I think it works personally.
I like that they did the gloss black around the cladding. It's a great touch, and it's just, I mean, of course it makes it look like the Defender even more.
Right. Well, it is not Defender priced. I guess this one's fully loaded, so it sort of is to match the base price. $49,000 for a front-wheel drive Hyundai SUV. Sounds crazy, but then go shop any luxury SUV nowadays. Go shop a G-Wagon. Go. Oh, you've gotten distracted.
It's supposed to be like a little handle.
It probably opens up, yeah, somehow. Yeah. Let's see.
Little handles that pop in or out, so you can climb up the side of it.
Oh, a little grab handle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the other side.
We can skip that. Yeah, we get 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty, 100,000-mile powertrain. They start in the 30s, but this is the fully loaded calligraphy model with all the bells and whistles, including the car that comes up to you like a little puppy.
Oh yeah.
But you go around, I guess the taillights are unique to the Santa Fe. I don't think of anything else that has this sort of look on the back, but you could replace these Hyundai badges and put Range Rover, and I don't think people would know the difference, honestly.
Right. But they're so low. Like, it kind of reminds me of, like, if you're in prison and you wear your pants low for some reason, you're just like inviting someone to run into the back of you, maybe.
Right.
Like, can you see that? They're very low.
Yes. Let's see. Does it have the hands-free opening thing? I think you're able to like kick it or whatever if you have groceries.
Does it have an eye scanner?
A retinal scanner? I don't know.
Oh,
we
there
can do
you
the
just
latch.
Waved your hand by the latch and it opened up.
No, there's a button.
No, okay.
Just like every other car, but
this is very cool.
Full third row, center captain's chairs, and you can see the interior is pretty. We'll get to that in a little bit. But as far as practicality goes, Land Rovers, most of them don't have third row seats. G-Wagons don't have third row seats. This one does.
It's just suede up here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is really fancy. Well, this is the calligraphy edition. But
if you're hauling kids in a suede headliner, it's insane. But here, April, get out of the hatch here. We can look at the interior from not the rear hatch. It looks like a greatest hits album from all the luxury car interiors, because this steering wheel, what does it look like?
Oh, a Land Rover.
Land Rover. Like the badge should be right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this big screen?
This is glorious. It has a curve to it. Just this whole screen lights up with anything you could possibly need.
Mercedes, BMW, I think even Ford does this a little bit, but I think Mercedes S-Class when I see this immediately.
I'm not going to peel it off, but I want to peel this off.
No. Somebody's going to buy this. We're borrowing this from Hatchet Hyundai. They were nice enough to loan us a car with 46 miles on it, so let's save that for the people who buy it eventually.
I want to do it so bad.
It could be you, but
I love these two wireless charging pads, and they have them raised up just in case the back of your phone has all those cameras on it, so you can't get it close enough to the charging pad, and so they lifted them up a little bit, which is really, really thoughtful.
Yes, and still plenty of plugs. And then the controls, there's still plenty of real buttons, which is nice.
Do you know what this is?
UVC.
Yes. So
What's
this
that?
compartment is kind of like a COVID throwback. So you can put anything in this compartment, close it up, press this button for 10 minutes, I believe, and it'll sterilize anything in this compartment. That is next level right there.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, okay.
So I don't know if I could stick your hand in there.
Well, my hands are clean.
There. Not
It won't
really.
close.
Did you see his fingernails? Kind of dirty. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, nice suede headliner, which I think is kind of dangerous with kids. The white seats would wipe up just fine. They're heated, they're ventilated. One thing I'm not sure if I'm a fan of, this sort of faux finish here. I'm not sure what it's supposed to look like, but you know, obviously it's simulated. It's not real wood or whatever, a real material, I don't think. But overall, this does look very, very premium in here.
I like all the storage bins that came off. Sorry. There's more storage.
Yeah.
Look, there's even a hidden storage area down here that I'm gonna break.
What would you put in there?
Right here. Like fireworks, maybe? Firecrackers?
Okay.
Or some sexual prophylactics. I don't
Wonderful.
know. What do people in Kansas need to hide?
Well, the little storage for her things, whatever she wants,
Firecrackers.
is because there's no rear drive shaft. There's no issues with, there's no big transfer case or anything in the way, so the interior has a lot of space. No hump in the middle as well. Pretty flat when it comes to the floor, which is very old school.
Cool.
I do love that.
Did you see this storage space under here?
Yes,
too?
a little flying buttress thing going on as well. So
Ooh, it's an
a lot.
architectural design.
Yeah.
It sounds so smart when you say things like that. And I love there's just almost like an olive hunter green
Right.
leather finish here. It's just a touch different. This just wants to be out of the box a little bit.
So do you really think
Yes.
a guy could take his wife and say, honey, we're not getting the Land Rover, we're not getting the G-Wagon, but take a look at this. The LA people and all that.
I mean, it's tough. Like, let me ask you this though. Like, you were talking about the realtors showing up to sell my house and going in Range Rovers. If a realtor pulled up in this versus a Range Rover, who would you think, like, why are our brains wired to think, oh, she's driving a Range Rover, maybe she's more successful? Is that true? I don't know.
No, I just think like, wow, that's a sheep. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing, buying a Land Rover because that's what realtors are supposed to do. So when somebody has something unique, not that I think this will be unique for long, because I think people will buy these as far as the value of what you get for under 50 grand. It's insane.
The Bose speakers and this pillar right here?
Yeah, I did the Careless Whisper test, which is playing Careless Whisper at full blast in the stereo is fantastic.
That was great.
It's important for that. So yeah, sunroof, front and rear.
This is great. And I love that there's captain's chairs back here.
Oh yeah.
Those are really, really comfortable.
And they are power operated, I believe, and reclining as well. So you have a lot of tech in here.
Heated seats. I want to see, is like the way back heated too?
I'm sure they're really thrilled that you're climbing through their brand new car like that.
Oh, there's a power outlet back here. There is your own AC and heat controls in the back row. I'm not kidding. That is cool. Like if you have a dog or something, you could put air conditioning on for them. Or your children, whoever's more important.
So it's like 6-zone climate control.
It is so good. There's power chargers back there. Oh, and this huge moonroof back here. Oh, this is great.
Right.
There's a lot of room. This is comfortable. Are you chauffeuring
me? It looks
me?
like sunshades as well, sort of like the Maybach.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not chauffeuring you, April, because in this tradition, it is your channel, the smartest automotive channel in all of YouTube. You drive.
That's right. Because
you always
women
drive.
are in charge, baby.
But before we go, April, we have to take a look at the power plant here. 277 horsepower, 2.5 turbo, direct injection, making that ticking noise, but a lot of room for activities in here. And the matte brown continues inside. Right. Interesting. Oh wow, the turbo's super visible there. That's really cool.
Little carbon fiber touches on that.
Yeah, faux carbon fiber. But what I like about it is everything looks accessible and easy. There's the battery right there. It doesn't have like a seat or something crazy to come out to change it. As far as the ease of reaching things like turbo or belts servicing and all that stuff, Doesn't look too bad. Honestly, it's like it's been engineered actually to be worked on a little bit, which is a shock.
Better than Land Rover.
A little bit, yes. Yes, are you ready?
The question is, are you ready?
This might be the fastest car that you've driven on this channel so far.
That doesn't say a lot.
All right, I gotta show you this part because it's only on the driver's seat, but they have a little support recline here.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. I need that for my ACL. It feels comfortable.
Yeah. So the seats, unbelievably comfortable.
Whoa.
Like, this is the reason why I fell in love with this car, is the seats are just ridiculous. They don't have a massager in them, no Fast and Vigorous, at least as far as I could find, but
they are really comfortable.
just the cushion is perfect. The way they recline just enough to give you thigh support. There's even a little bit of pillow here in the headrest. It is wonderful.
I've never driven something where there's a footrest on it.
I know.
It's actually very luxurious and comfortable.
Very luxurious. One other thing I've never seen before is a shifter like this. It is it's a chunky boy.
It's different.
Yeah, so you twist it.
I feel like a lot of car makers just try to be different just for the sake of being different, and it can get confusing after a while if you drive a lot of different cars. So you have to get used to that.
Right.
Am I pulling out? Are you ready for this?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's a heads-up display.
Yes.
That is brilliant. I love that. Wow. Oh, this is great.
I know. It's just bright and roomy, and I need to buckle my seatbelt.
Yeah, very dangerous. This thing could outrun a tornado. Yes. I like all the visibility. Like, it's very easy to see. I remember driving the Range Rover Evoque, and it's just like all the pillars are massive and the windshield's very tiny and the rear windshield is just little. Like, this is almost like a fishbowl.
I agree. So they're making roofs lower. They think they look cooler to do sort of like a hot rod chop look to it. And they're doing thicker pillars once again because it looks cooler to them. This is sort of like a fishbowl or something. It's very open, very airy, not claustrophobic at all. And beautiful. I mean, out in the sunlight, you can see that olive accent a little bit with the darker color. But as far as the touch and feel, I mean, this does look a lot better in the sun. This is real brushed aluminum or some kind of metal there. The quality of this, and it's a Hyundai, it's just astounding.
Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Yeah, you say it with an extra syllable. How do you do that? It's really smooth and it's nice. I mean, it's quiet. The cabin is very quiet. It almost sounds like you're driving an electric vehicle because it's not loud.
Right. It is old school luxury. Quality of the material, the finishes, and just how it feels. You gonna floor it?
Your voice is so passionate.
That's pretty good.
Ooh, she wanted to go more.
The turbo kicks,
I felt like she was alive and she like pushed it farther at the end. See, now the speed limit says 30, I'm going 43, and the speed limit lights up in red when you're going over the speed limit. I wonder if you could set it to where you're not able to speed, like if, you know, your teenage son or daughter's driving it, you like program it never to speed.
If we're not there, we're close. I think there was that law proposed in California where it would ban cars from speeding, which is
awful.
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
But I am so comfortable right now. I am so relaxed. And isn't that the point?
I love the footrest for the calves, the calf rest. And this is like weird and like very specific, but the shape of this rearview mirror is very pretty, and there's like a thick glass. I mean, it just looks really expensive and exquisite.
Old school luxury, the details, the little things. And it's not, yes, the tech is here, but it's not like a Tesla where they think luxury is just tech.
Right.
A big screen and it does cool stuff. They actually cared, and they actually did some stuff to make it sort of, some designers went in here and actually did some cool stuff that you would see, I don't know, in a luxury home or something.
I like it when you put your phone on the actual wireless charger. You didn't have to take your case off, like, and it's still charged through the case. Like, that's where we need to be at in 2024.
Absolutely. Downsides, obviously, you go into that ditch, you're gonna get stuck. If you were in a Land Rover or G-Wagon, you wouldn't, but whatever.
It even has a stop sign right here, look. There's a stop. Oh, I didn't.
Coming up to a stop sign, it tells you to stop because it's all in the GPS, and then you're making that left turn signal and the blind spot mirror comes on with the turn signals on.
Stop it.
It's perfect.
This is the future. Oh, that's great. Because do you know how many curbs you hit with your wheels all the time?
Sure.
Totally me. But that would help you with parking and not getting the curb rash on your wheels. That's great.
So is this it? Is this the car that finally makes people think that the Defender, the Range Rover, the G-Wagon are stupid for everyday use?
It's really comfortable. And I would say if I have a road trip coming up, out of those 3 SUVs, I would pick this one.
Right.
It's like you're in a recliner driving, which I'm nervous because I feel like I'm going to forget that I'm driving because that's how comfortable it is.
This is much more like Silver Rosé than those cars,
right,
which are off-roaders first and foremost, and then they're made into luxury vehicles. Whereas this was just made to be a comfy cruiser.
Someone's going to fall asleep. You know how like dads will fall asleep in like 30 seconds when they sit in a chair? Like that's what this chair feels like. So now I'm a little worried. Like it needs something to wake you up.
It's a nice work, Hyundai. I would never believe that when you started in the US with the XL and that hunk of junk that the first Santa Fe, considering how hideous that car was and how terrible it was, that here we are today and you are pretty close to the standard of luxury.
It's cool. They need to redesign the Palisade to look a little bit more like this because it is just so freaking cool.
Right. April likes boxy cars, and he nailed it with the Santa Fe. The design and just how this thing feels. Home run. Home run. I want one. I absolutely want one.
Really? Okay.
We need to talk. Thank you so much for watching.